I'm a 35-year-old engineer, married with 2 young daughters, and I've always been a private guy. Social media, not my thing. I don't have accounts. And while I don't stop my wife from posting, I've made it clear I prefer staying out of the spotlight. Birthdays, Father's Day. I like them quiet, just family, no fuss. So when I got diagnosed with an extremely curable form of skin cancer, I treated it like any other problem, analytically. The fatality rate was 0.03%, caught early, and my doctor was optimistic. I wasn't scared, just focused on the next steps. I told my wife, of course, but she was terrified, her eyes wide with worry despite my reassurances. We talked it through, but I could tell she was struggling. I was firm about one thing. We weren't telling our kids aged 5 and 7. They wouldn't understand, and I didn't want them worrying over something I knew I'd beat. My wife wanted to tell them, but she reluctantly agreed to keep it quiet. A week later, I got a call from my dad asking about my cancer. I was floored. Turns out my wife had posted about my diagnosis on Facebook that morning. I called her, pissed that she'd shared my private health info online. She hit me with, "You didn't say I couldn't post it, just not to tell the kids." I couldn't believe it. She knew I'd hate that kind of exposure. After a tense talk, she took the post down and we moved on, or so I thought. A few months later, my doctor gave me the all clear, saying, "We don't like to say cured, but you're cured." I was relieved, and my wife was over the moon, her shoulders visibly lighter. I figured we could finally put it behind us. Then came Friday. I pulled into our driveway after work, noticing a bunch of cars, some parked on the street, some blocking my spot. No birthdays or anniversaries came to mind, so I walked in, confused. The house was packed with friends, family, even coworkers, all shouting, "Surprise!" Balloons, streamers, a cake with cancer-free in frosting. It was a party for my remission. I froze. My wife knew I hated surprise parties. We'd talked about it multiple times. I felt my face burn with embarrassment as everyone stared, expecting me to smile. I mumbled an excuse about needing files from my office, grabbed some random papers, thanked everyone stiffly, and bolted back to my car. I sat in my office parking lot, scrolling my phone for hours until the party cleared out. I just couldn't face it. That night, my wife and I fought. She was hurt, saying she just wanted to celebrate my health, that I'd embarrassed her by leaving. I told her she knew I'd never want this. She made my private struggle a public spectacle. She cried, saying she'd been so scared during my diagnosis and thought this would be a happy moment for us. I get that she was worried, but she crossed a line. This week, we've barely spoken. The air between us icy. My brother heard about it and called me an asshole for lying about work and ditching the party, saying I should have just sucked it up for her sake. Maybe he's right. Maybe I could have stayed for a bit to keep the peace. But I feel like she disregarded my boundaries, knowing how much I hate attention. My cancer was my battle, not a community event. I didn't ask for the party, and I don't think I should have had to grin and bear it. Still, I wonder if I overreacted by walking out like that. So, am I the asshole for leaving my party for beating cancer? Thanks for listening, and if you want to hear more interesting stories, just click the link below.